Harrison! Mr. Harrison! Mr. Harrison! Mr. Harrison!
Well, I'm deep.
Did you read yesterday's Chronicle, sir?
I never read the Chronicle.
But your ad, sir.
Ad? What's the matter with it? Same one I've had for the last 2 years.
Look.
It's that Elmer Lane again. Numbskull, idiot.
Oh, Father, what's the matter?
It's libel. I'll have him fired. I'll have him arrested. I'll kill him.
What's wrong, Father? Is it Elmer?
It's always Elmer.
Daily Chronicle. Elmer Lane, managing editor speaking. Just a minute, I'll connect you with the city editor.
City editor. What? News item. Social item. Just a minute, I'll connect you with the society editor.
Hello. Yes, this is the society editor of the Daily Chronicle. Just a moment, miss. Proceed, miss. Twins. Oh, is that so? Twin boys. Yes, miss. I mean, madam. Father. How do you do, Mr. Harrison? How do you do, Mr. Harrison? Hello, Betty.
Hello.
What does this mean?
Lovely twin boys. You must be tired. Won't you sit down? No. Not you, miss. I mean, madam.
Read that ad, you imbecile.
Father, please. Elmer didn't mean it.
Read it. Read it.
Harrison's merchandise, where prices are high and quality is low.
What does that mean?
Well, it means where prices are high and quality is low.
You see? He did it on purpose.
Oh, no, he didn't, Father. I'm sure he didn't. It should be where prices are low and quality is high, Elmer.
Shucks. I made a mistake, didn't I?
I'll fix you.
Father, please. Father, Elmer will apologize.
Sure, Mr. Harrison, I'll apologize.
If you'll just let Elmer explain.
Where's boss?
Well, he went fishing.
Well, when he gets back, tell him to see me. I want to have you fired.
Yes, sir.
You're taking it all too seriously, Father.
Well, sure, Mr. Harrison, there's no harm done. Nobody ever sees the ad anyway.
What?
I mean, hardly anyone.
You better hush, Elmer. Now be reasonable, Father. You know mistakes will happen.
They certainly will.
Betty, I didn't do it on purpose. Honest.
Of course you didn't. I understand.
Gosh, you always understand.
Sometimes I marvel at myself.
Good afternoon, Mr. Harrison. Hello, Betty.
How do, Harvey?
You look a bit worried, sir.
Got a right to be. See that ad of mine in yesterday's Chronicle? You see, he saw it.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that too much, sir. See, being a newspaper man, I would naturally notice it.
Being a newspaper man, you?
Didn't you know? I've been appointed correspondent of the Chicago Daily Blade in this county.
Is that so? Well, congratulations, Harvey.
That's only the beginning, sir. As soon as my uncle's estate settled, I'm going to buy the Chronicle.
Good. Somebody ought to buy it.
Buy the Chronicle. But I thought...
Say, when you buy it, do me a favor, will you? Fire that nincompoop Elmer Lane.
Oh, dear, I forgot to order the groceries.
I'll go with you.
No, don't bother. You go along and keep Father company.
Sure. Come along, Harvey. I want to hear about that new job of yours.
Oh, Betty.
Elmer, Harvey Schumann's going to buy the paper.
Swell. I'll start delivering it this afternoon.
I didn't say subscribe. I said buy. He just told Father as soon as his uncle's will is settled.
No. But I'm going to buy the Chronicle. Gosh, I've been figuring on it all the time. Well, I even spoke to Mr. Voss about it, and he told me he'd sell me the whole paper, lock, stock, and barrel, for $5,000. You know, I I told you. Gosh, I've been saving up to... I can buy it.
Oh,
I'll win this contest.
Crunchy's radio essay contest. Elmer.
Well, what's the matter? Gosh, Betty, it's a swell idea. They're offering $5,000 for the best essay. There it is.
The best.
Wrote it myself.
Sometimes I wonder why I put up with you. Crunchy's radio contest. The only contest you could win, Elmer Lane, is for the dumbest man in the world.
Sure, I could...
If you only hadn't spent all your time and money buying silly radio sets and fooling with nutty contraptions and taking airplane lessons.
Well, gosh, Floyd Gibbon flies an airplane, and O.O. McIntyre is always flying. If you want to be a good newspaper man, you have to know how to fly.
Yes, if you want to be a good newspaper man, you'd better get down to earth.
Gee, what are you so mad about?
Oh, I'm mad because... I'm not mad, Elmer.
Don't you worry, Betty. Leave everything up to me.
You're such a lovely fool, Elmer.
Honest? Gosh. Gee whiz, Betty. 5 o'clock. I gotta get the paper out on the street.
You might as well mail this silly thing.
Oh, going home, Betty?
Uh-huh.
Come on, I'll take you. Betty, close the door. Oh, gosh, Betty, I nearly forgot. Come on, get in.
Of course, I may not be able to get the Chronicle. Elmer Lane's figuring on buying it.
What could Elmer Lane do with a newspaper? Oh, idiot! My Betty Gangster!
If you care, I'm tired of letting you see the hard pangs I suffer when I am alone, wondering where you can be. I'm tired of teardrops that dim my eyes, the deep sobs when I realize that
Mr.
I
Lane.
was believing
Mr. Lane!
while you were deceiving. I'm through trying to make you care. I'm
Elmer!
Yes? All right. Loyal, that I was believing when you're deceiving. I'm trying to make you.
Didn't you want to be called at 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
Well, it's after 9. I forgot.
Gee, Willigan, no service in this hotel at all.
No rent, neither.
Well, gosh. Ouch. Hello, calling W8954, calling W8954. This is station W9, LIX.
W8954, answering W9LIX. Go ahead.
Good morning. What time is it?
8:45.
When you hear the gong, it will be exactly 11:15.
Gosh, I must have had China. Gotta hurt. May you care. I'm tired of letting you see. Star-spangled banner when I am. Where will I find Mr. Bird? Mr. Bird, I'm Elmer Lane of Claremont, Wisconsin.
That's quite a handicap. What do you want?
Well, I'm with the Claremont Daily Chronicle.
Pleased to meet you. I'm with the Chicago Daily Star.
Oh, is that so?
What can I do for you?
Well, I want to cover Claremont County.
With what?
Well, I guess you don't understand me. What I want to get at is this. You fellas need a correspondent in Claremont County, and I'm the logical man for the job.
Oh, not a doubt.
Now, the Blade has a correspondent there, and I thought...
And you're right. Here. Here's a card that'll let you telegraph the news at press rates. We pay the usual press rate on all accepted copy. I suppose you write a vigorous news story?
Yes, sir. Why, last week I wrote
Well, that's
a story...
fine. I'm glad to have met you, Mr. Lane. What is it, Charlie?
Another batch of that bootleg perfume being peddled around.
Yeah, send out a notice to correspondents, border and coast cities to snoop around and see if they can find out where it's coming from.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Bird. Mr. Bird, I've been reading about those perfume smugglers. I'd be glad to help you find them.
Thank you very much.
Oh, that's all right.
I'd be glad if you did.
Yes, sir.
Eddie, you hire the most unusual people. Yeah, and I get the most unusual news, don't I?
I'm tired of waiting.
Bill! Gee, are you hurt?
Are you all right?
Oh, I think so. Gosh.
Help me out, will you? I think my ankle's turned.
Gee. Somebody go for a doctor. Gosh, there's nobody here. Wait. I hope it ain't broke.
Oh, I think my wrist is sprained, too.
Oh, too bad. Put your arm around me. What happened?
I ran out of gas. Didn't have enough money to buy any. Just when I was getting my invention into shape, too. Now, I guess I'm out of luck.
Gee, I wish I had the money. I sure would help you. But I'm fresh out of dough.
Oh. I'm certainly sorry about your top, Elmer.
Oh, that's all right, Bill. It's healthier without a top anyway. Well, I suppose that finishes my flying lessons for a while.
Morning.
Morning.
Oh, hello, Betty.
I brought you something.
Thank you.
Oh, swell.
How do you feel this morning, Bill?
Oh, swell.
Yeah, doctor said he'd be as good as new in no time.
Oh, that's splendid.
Well, Betty.
Yeah.
Betty. Come here. Watch. Bill, turn on the beam.
What makes it go?
That's Bill's new invention.
But how?
Travels on a radio beam.
Land it this time, Bill.
Marvelous. Oh, gee, Bill, that's grand.
I'm glad you like it. Won't you sit down?
No, thanks. I've got to get back. Father doesn't know where I am.
Good. I mean, doesn't he?
Let me know if you need anything, Bill. See you later, Elmer.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Gee, she sure is a swell girl, ain't she?
Thanks.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to announce the winner of the Big Crunchies contest. The winner of the first prize of $5,000 on the best essay on Crunchies is Elmer Lane of Claremont, Wisconsin.
Who?
Elmer Lane of Claremont, Wisconsin.
Bill! I win! Oh, Betty! Hey, Betty! Hey, Betty! Hey, Betty! Hey, Betty! Betty! Hey! Betty! Hey, Betty! Betty! Hey!
Mr. McAllister. Mr. McAllister.
I never knew there was salt mines in North Dakota.
My friend, there's enough salt in North Dakota to feed the entire nation.
Aren't you going to sell stock?
No. A few financiers like myself have taken over practically the entire issue. Oh, dear, I must be going.
Well, just a few financiers like yourself? Well, I guess I could be called a financier, sort of. Maybe.
Well, glad to have met you, old man.
Oh, Mr. Waddington, I guess you'd think I was a pretty nosy fellow if I asked you to let me in on, say, 100 shares?
Well, no, not nosy. I can take a little jaunt up to my room.
Oh.
Hey, Doc. Can I give you a minute?
Why, certainly. Business associate.
I don't suppose you remember me, but my name's Flynn. Detective Flynn.
Oh, yes, of course.
I'm afraid you're out of business in Chicago, Doc.
Well, you can't hang a man for trying.
No, but we can give him 10 years.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's very true.
It's now 10:30, Doc. Now, if you should happen to be in Chicago at 10:30 tonight...
Oh, ample time, Flynn. Ample time.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to the Crunchies program. For the benefit of those of you who may have tuned in late, we wish to announce that the Crunchies Essay Contest, first prize of $5,000, was won by Elmer Lane of Claremont, Wisconsin. Elmer Lane of Claremont, Wisconsin.
Young man, I would like a first-class ticket to Claremont, Wisconsin.
Yes, sir.
Elmer Lane, Claremont, Wisconsin.
I'm tired of trying to make you care. Good morning, Mrs. Watson.
1, 2, 3, 4, Pearl. Morning.
Any news?
Just a minute. 2, 3, 4. There's a financier in town.
No. Financier?
Yeah.
J. Rutherford Waddington, financier. Room 2?
Yeah.
He's in 2? I'm trying.
Pearl 1.
Who is it?
Elmer Lane of the Claremont Daily Chronicle.
Already? Just a minute, sir. Oh, come right in, young man. Come right in.
Thank you.
How can I serve you?
Mr. Waddington, I'm Elmer Lane of the Claremont Chronicle. Also correspondent of the Chicago Star.
Elmer Lane. I've heard that name before.
Maybe it was about me winning the Crunchies $5,000 essay contest.
That was it. Congratulations, Mr. Lane.
Thank you, sir.
I shall never forget my first $5,000.
Gosh. What did you do with it, Mr. Waddington?
I ran it up to 50,000. It seemed only a step then to my first million. Oh, my first million. That was a long time ago. A long time ago.
Mr. Waddington, will you give me a statement for my paper?
Indeed I will, young man. You may say that I am here looking over your thriving little city with view to finding suitable investments for my surplus monies.
Investment for surplus monies. Gosh, gee whiz. I've got just the thing. Bill Hilton.
Bill Hilton?
Yes, sir. He's an aeronaut, an aviator. He's a flying engineer. He's got an airplane that flies on a radio beam. It flies by itself.
Really?
I'll take you out there right now. Where's your hat? Here, Waddington, you'll see.
Wonderful. Indeed it is. The wonder to me is that someone hasn't financed it already. With your foresight, hadn't you considered it?
Well, I hadn't thought about it. You see, I've been thinking about
Mont Chronicle. You mean the newspaper?
Yep.
My boy, I'm just a little bit disappointed in you. Should I do it? Should I do it?
Well, I don't know, sir.
I dislike taking in partners, but then I mustn't forget that I made my first 50,000 through the counsel of an older and more experienced man. Should I do it? Yes, I will.
Do what?
Take you in. With your little insignificant $5,000, you shall become a man among men. My boy, you have a rendezvous with me. Let's go.
When? Where?
First, we'll go look at the invention. Second, we'll form a company. And third, we'll make you the president.
President?
You deserve it, my boy. And we'll make this young man Hilton the secretary. Come.
Gosh. Oh, wait, Mr. What about a treasurer?
Treasurer?
Sure. We've got to have a treasurer.
Oh, yes. Well, now, perhaps I can see my way clear to being the treasurer myself.
Good.